Welcome, everyone. We're going to get ready for our time of sharing. We are going to record this, so if you do want to try to keep it PG-13 if we can. I know no schlichtings ever needed a microphone, but I do want you to use it if you can, because we are recording it. We're going to record it really for Macy and for these grandkids so that they can have those memories of their Mimi and Papa and all that, the great things, the lives they lived. But what a love affair, the two of them. So we're here to celebrate that. And laughter can go a long ways, too. We've been laughing a lot and crying a lot these last weeks. So we want to invite Tommy's going to kick us off here, okay? You got it, brother.
Hi, bear with me. Thank you all. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. My brothers and our entire family, thank you. For the love you've shown us these past few weeks, every hug, every prayer, every meal, every phone call. Every story you've shared has carried us when we didn't have the strength to carry ourselves. A week ago, we were preparing to say goodbye to our dad after his fight with cancer. We thought we'd have our mom beside us as we learned to live without him. None of us imagined that 2 days later, we would lose her too. As we've gone through their home the past few days, we found something that perfectly tells their story. My dad used to write my mom little love notes. They weren't really long letters, just simple reminders like I'm thinking of you or I love you or just anything. You know, he always signed them Tombo. I thought it was kind of cute. My mom saved all the letters for decades. It's kind of funny. I do the same thing to Marcy. I write her little notes all over the house too. Yeah, my mom kept them all, not because they were worth anything to anybody else, but because they were from my dad. Those little notes taught me something, that love isn't measured by expensive jewelry. It's measured in the little things that we do every day. A note in a pocket, a phone call, a hug before work, a favorite meal, a cherry cheesecake, a fishing trip, showing up, staying, choosing each other over and over again. That's who Mom and Dad were. Dad taught us strength, loyalty, and forgiveness. Mom taught us generosity, kindness, and how to make everyone who walked through the door feel like family. Together, they gave us the greatest example of what love really looks like. People often ask what somebody's legacy is. Their legacy isn't just in the lives they lived. It's in every person sitting in this room today. It's in every child Mom cared for, every friend that Dad helped, every grandchild they adored, every life they made just a little better simply by being themselves. We miss them more than words can say, but if they could speak one last time, I don't think they would want us to focus on how their death has impacted us. They'd want us to remember how they lived. Just make sure everybody loves their family, forgive each other. Don't wait to tell somebody you love them. Write that note, make the phone call, because one day those little moments become the memories you'll treasure for the rest of your life. Mom and Dad, thank you for showing us what unconditional love looks like. We'll carry your stories, your traditions, your love with us always. And one day when we're together again, I hope Dad is waiting one more time with a little note for Mom signed Love Tombo. We love you both. Thank you.
Hello everybody. If you don't know me, I'm Mimi and Papa's grandson, Jonas. Papa wasn't just our grandpa. He was everyone's best friend. He was the person we all went to when we needed advice, a laugh, or just someone to be there. Somehow he always knew when something was wrong. We'd walk into his house having a bad day, and before we left, we were all smiling. He made every single one of us feel loved, safe, and important. One of my favorite memories is sitting on the patio with Papa when we grilled out. We'd talk about football, fishing, school, and of course the Cubs. Those moments seemed so normal back then, but now I'd do anything just to see him one last time. The greatest gift Papa ever gave us wasn't just the memories, it was the family he built. The thing that made him happiest was watching his kids and grandkids grow, succeed, and be together. I hope he knew how much he loved him. I mean, look how many people came here to support it. Papa, we promise not to bait the hook too hard because the carp have paper mouth. We promise to keep the cookouts going, keep the fires burning, and keep the families as close as you've always wanted to be. And both Papa and Mimi, thank you. Thank you for every hug, every laugh, every meal, every lesson, and every memory. I never imagined we would have to say goodbye to both of you so close together. There will always be a place at every holiday, every cookout, and every family gathering that feels empty without you. We miss you more than words could ever describe. But even through all this heartbreak, there's peace in knowing you guys are together again. I can picture Papa wrapping his arms around Mimi the moment they saw each other. That's a picture I'll always hold. This isn't goodbye, it's a see you later. We love you both more than you'll ever know, and we'll carry your love with us for the rest of our lives until we meet again. Thank you.
If you don't know me, I'm Geri and Tom's granddaughter, Lucy. Mimi, it doesn't feel real at all to be standing up here at your funeral. You were my best friend, my biggest supporter, and my safe place. I'll never fully be able to put into words what you meant to me. Whenever I needed to pick me up or I was not feeling good, you guys were right there. If I was sick, Mimi would be at my house in the next 10 minutes with everything to make me feel better. Mimi was a person I talked to everyone about, especially my friends who loved her, and Mimi loved them. For the rest of my life, I will continue to talk about Mimi and the impact she had on me and everyone else. My heart is shattered and will take a long time to recover, but I find peace knowing you and Papa are together again. Thank you for everything you did for me. Thank you for stepping up for me whenever I needed you. Thank you for all the amazing memories we made that I'll never forget and will talk about for the rest of my life. I'll forever miss coming over to you and Papa's house on a random day and watch movies with you guys. I'll forever miss making your amazing cheesecakes with you. I'll forever miss our days we would go out and spend all day together shopping. I promise to live for you too and truly show your spirits through me and the actions I do. I promise to be there for everyone in the family and care for them like you and Papa did. Please tell Papa I love him and miss him as much as I love and miss you. The thing I am most grateful for in life is that you and Papa truly showed me what true love was. Although it was the hardest thing to watch you guys both leave me, I understand you guys are no longer now in pain or sad. You guys were always my people and the people I would call as soon as something big happened in my life, and I'm so beyond grateful that I got to have that with you guys. These were the hardest goodbyes I've ever had to say, but I'll always be your baby girl. And as you would always say to me, Mimi, love you more. This isn't a goodbye, just see you later.
I hope I can do this. I'm Lucy, Bubby's sister, and I guess I want to apologize to her. I'm going to apologize for stealing the roller skate key. I'm going to apologize for eating your Barbie pastry. I'm going to apologize for when we sneak out of the house and ride the one-ways to pick up guys. And she always got them. I never did. And just all the crazy things we did as kids when we'd sunbathe with the baby oil and the iodine in the bottle. And you would tell little tales out there. And I apologize for biting you all the time. And she said to me not too long ago, remember the time you were about 11 or 12, and you came up to me and said, "Can I bite you one more time, Bubby?" And I said, "Why would I?" You did. And how about the times we got on the roof, there was a flood, and we'd wave at the National Guard guys going down the river to sandbag, and apologize because we didn't have a half-year birthday party for you every year. And I will miss you. My heart breaks and my soul leaks. But I'll see you soon, honey.
I can't. Everybody asked us today what these shirts were for. When Tommy and Geri were first going together, Geri always did everything in Tom and Geri. So Tommy, this Tommy, was always endless chases in the cartoon. Sounds familiar? Yeah. And Geri was always trying to get away or outsmart Tommy. Sound familiar? Yeah. The morning that Christopher's name came up on my phone, I knew what I was going to expect. And I started crying immediately because I knew. Of course, Chris said to me, "Aunt Nancy, I drew the short straw. No one wanted to call you and talk to you." I understood. It didn't bother me a bit. My grandson was staying with us, and my little Ollie heard the phone. This is a kid that doesn't get up if there's a train going through the room, but he heard that phone. And when Chris called me, I immediately started crying, and I could not stop crying. And Ollie came up to me and he said, "Grandma, breathe. Just breathe." He said, "You're going to hyperventilate." And I said, "Oh, shoot, my thing."
Enter the code. Don't forget it,
Hold on.
sis. Okay.
He said, "These things happen, Grandma." And I said, "I know." And he said, "It's great Uncle Tommy, right?" And I said, "Yes, Ollie." "Your brother?" Sorry. I said, "Yes, my brother." Anyway, I had to calm my heart, and I had to calm my head. When I was younger, it's probably in the 70s, I was at my mom's.
60s.
No, 70s. Grandma's funeral.
Here we go, I'll pull up a chair.
Anyway, my mom's funeral. And I looked at my mom and I said, "I hate being from a big family." And she said, "Nancy Jean, why would you ever say that?" And I said, "Look around, Mom. We're going to have to say a lot of goodbyes." And she said, "You know what? We are. But there's a better place. So you have to remember that. And honestly, please don't ask my brother Bobby. Because if you have 2 hours, you'll be okay. But don't ask him." Anyway, thank you. Anyway, it wasn't the time or place to say that to my mom, but my mom was such a wonderful person and had the answers. Anyway, we're from a big family, and we have 6 brothers. And it's David Charles, James Henry. Thank you, because somebody asked me if the brothers could stand up. So David, Jimmy,
He can't
James,
stand up.
no, I know, but James Henry. I know, I didn't tell you, but stand up. Stand up. Anyway, Charles Williams. Charles.
There he goes. He can't stand up either.
Well, stay there, honey. Just stay there.
Okay.
Okay. Jimmy,
And you have
Chucky,
to
Bobby,
yell this
Robert
time.
Gerard.
Yell that.
Robert
There we
Gerard.
go. There we go.
Okay, what the heck? Okay, Robert
Has your
Gerard
sunglasses on.
and Thomas. That's it. Thomas.
He didn't have a middle name.
Shh. Thomas. We didn't rehearse this. And then Donald Lee. So there's my brothers, 4 of them. 2 are gone now. Sit down. That was your part.
Unrehearsed.
So anyway,
you did pretty good.
Anyway, all of my brothers proudly served our country. So you can say thank you to them, because God bless them. And it was so fun when they were away it was fun when they were away in the service, period. But it was fun when they were away in the service because they'd always come home unexpectedly and jump out and surprise my mom. We love that. We love that part. Anyway, my brothers constantly reminded Tommy that he didn't have a middle name. And my mom used to say, well, it's because Thomas was so special, he didn't need a middle name. Oh, wait, or was it that she was too tired to come up with another middle name? Anyway, I wrote this before Geri passed. Anyway, Geri, Tommy's beloved wife, made up for all the middle names with her boys. Because I think there's about 10 each. Don't you guys have 10 each middle names? And we're like, Geri, why did you do that? Nancy, we did it because these boys are so important. So anyway, my friends from grade school, they'd always say every time I walked in the room, David, Jimmy, Chucky, Bobby, Tommy, Donnie. Never Rosie, Nancy, and Alice. We're the sisters. By the way, he did have 3 sisters. Anyway, it was a ritual for them to say that. My brothers are definitely a group. They have that bond of brotherhood. I have a little bit different story of Tommy than you guys saying all the things that you loved about him and how wonderful he was.
Okay.
It was nothing for the girls to walk in the door to see a headless Barbie doll or a Pebbles doll being operated on with all the stuffing coming out of her.
My Thumbelina, don't forget they took the motor out of her.
They took the motor out of the Thumbelina.
I'm
And
over it, don't worry.
we were so happy. We finally got something new, and they were little tin dishes. Oh my God, we were so thrilled. And we came home from school, and there was a BB in every single one of those
up. I
tin
forgot.
dishes.
I've been to counseling for that.
Oh,
You actually
I
brought
know,
that up.
I know. But on the other hand, Tommy kind of, sort of, a little bit made up for it because he bought us all 3 new winter boots. And we didn't have that much growing up. And so, and I don't think we ever owned it yet.
Remember that?
We had the boots, and we were so proud of those because we never got anything new really. So we thought we were little fashion designers. He had some extra money from his Navy pay. Anyway, in his younger days, and even up until he died, he loved the Fiddler on the Roof. And you'd walk in his house, and it was tradition, tradition, tradition. And he'd say, who day and night must scramble for a living, feed his wife and children. Hold it. Say his daily prayers. The papa, the papa. He loved that song. And Jerry said they just
I
watched
did not
it.
read this before.
Yeah.
So,
He loved that. And I want to tell you something about Geri too. When we first met Geri, and she took us up to her bedroom, and she started to show us this stuff, and it was kind of like, Geri? It was like rocks and candles and crystals. And she said it was for her to balance the universe and focus on the positivity, and she was just
that was wrong.
energy. And I said, oh my God, Tommy has met his match. Oh, I was so happy. From then on, I loved her. Anyway, Tommy fought a good battle, and thank God for his family. Thank God for his family.
Yeah.
He fought the wicked disease of cancer, and a testimony to his life, and you guys have all said this, is that he had so much love. He had so much love in his family. And it's such a powerful thing to watch your family go in the arms of God. That was so peaceful for me and for my family. Don't waste your time on the shoulda, couldas. Remember the good stuff. And honestly, hopefully Mom has come up with a middle name for him now. We hope he meets her at the gates and says she has some kind of nickname, a middle name for him. Anyway, we know he's meeting Brother Dave, and we hope to God David's not in his swishy pants. We hope he's changed his pants by now. And I know for sure they're all riding around in that beat up orange rabbit. He doesn't have a cane anymore to close the door, or an umbrella mark to close the door. The rabbit is spinning around heaven, and they are happy.
But David's still borrowing money.
Now hold on.
Oh, you got that?
I got that too.
Sorry.
My thing was that, rest in peace, my fifth brother. I'm going to miss the special treats that you used to bring over that Geri made all the time. Even when he didn't feel that great, he would come over. So that was to my brother Tommy, and this was before Geri. Geri and I would talk a lot. Geraldine, my sweet, sweet Geri. Dear God, why would you take someone so early that you gave us on your birthday? Why would you take someone so early when she was our angel on earth? Why would you take our beloved, beautiful Geri? Why? Why would you take someone that needed to guide us in all the things good? Why did you take our Geri without warning? Why would you take somebody that gave us quirky, silly, sometimes good gifts, but pretty much silly stuff? She got the biggest kick out of that. Our Geri was the example of a good Christian. She saw it through 2 bouts. She saw herself through 2 bouts of cancer and survived. She was the most selfless person I have ever met. It was all about everybody else. Geri was always putting everybody else first. It was never about Geri, always, always everyone before her own needs. She never, ever said a bad word against anybody, and Lord knows I tried to get her to, but she wouldn't. She was a true Christian. I admired her. She was Tommy's hero, and she was our warrior for sure. I'm going to miss her shepherd's pie, her stuffed peppers, and especially her homemade lemonade. Now I'm not going to have anybody give me birthday gifts. And Geri, I hope to God there's no squirrels in heaven. I pray to God that you don't have any of those squirrels. You keep Tommy and David in check. And guess what, Geri? You have an eternity of holding hands with Tommy and kissing him. You do remember her kisses, his kisses, don't you, Geri? That's the last thing she said to me. Tommy keeps telling me, you do remember my kisses, right, Geri? Rest in peace, my soul sister. I will be eternally grateful for you. And P.S., I don't think you're going to have to pay another Von Mar bill. Because isn't everything in heaven free? And also, you can have all the gin buckets you want.
Oh.
Yeah. Nick, Tommy, Christopher, your hearts, let them breathe. Focus on the future. But never, ever forget the lessons you learned from your parents. We're here for you guys. Just
Absolutely.
ask. Oh.
When I came back, because Geri was struggling, I came back and I went and talked to my brother Tommy, and I asked him what he wanted. He said, Rosie, I don't want to be in pain anymore. I don't want to linger. And he said, but I don't want my kids to be upset. I said, Tommy, tell them what you want. Tell them. That way they know what to do for you. And Geri said, I just want hope. I just want some form of hope. And I said, Geri, you have hope. You are a good Christian woman. I said, you have said so many prayers for everybody else. Let us say them for you. She was so strong. And Tommy was so at peace. I want you boys to know that Tommy, your dad, was at peace with everything. He loved you beyond words. And he wanted to make sure that you knew what he wanted so that you didn't have to deal with the guilt. You didn't have to guess. But he told me, Rosie, Mom's talking to me. And I said, when you get up there, you give Mom a hug. But he was so open and honest, and I'm telling you, he was at peace with everything. And I am so proud of what you boys have done. Because what you have been through, nobody should ever have to go through.
That's right.
But you have come together. You make your mom and dad proud. You make us proud. And I hope you know we're here for you. We want you to reach out. And I know you won't. You'll say, but please know that we are here for you. And please know your mom and dad are together. They're peaceful now. And if they had their choice, they wouldn't leave you this soon. But they went together. I guess that's the only consolation you can have, because I don't know why or how all this works, but God, and I told Geri that in the hospital too. I said, Geri, God has a better plan for you. We don't know what it is, but he does. So they're together, and that's the best thing that can happen to those two. Amongst all this sadness and sorrow, just know that they're happy together. I love you boys, and just know, again, I'm so proud of you. And just, I can't express how proud I am of you. Okay?
Hi, I'm Emily Schlichting. I'm married to Chris, and I just wanted to thank everybody for being here, and just the love that fills this room is so wonderful. I don't have anything prepared, but I got to marry the best person in the whole wide world because of these two people. They raised
3 of the best sons, and I'm so thankful for that every single day. And something not funny, but that I thought about this morning was, you know, Geri was the epitome of a boy mom. And this morning as everybody was scrambling to get ready, I thought, you know, who would be buying us all these clothes right now? Geri. She'd be dressing all of us. She'd be dressing the kids and buying them clothes and getting us ready for this. And so I promise I'll step up and try to dress my boys the way that Geri did. She doted over the girls, Allison, Ruby, and Lucy. She loved you guys so much. I got to marry into one of the best families. And I just, they'll be so missed, and we'll all get through this together. And that's what they want, and thank you guys all for being here and for everything.
I wasn't really planning on saying anything, but I just wanted to take this time to really thank my brothers, Nick and Tommy, because there was like no in between. There was no middleman anymore. You know what I mean? You couldn't go to mom or dad. There was multiple times where I just wanted to call mom or call dad, and so it was like talking to Nick or Tommy. We all have different relationships with each other, and just trying to iron that out and just really like fighting through that. And I teach speech class, and one of the things that, you know, you compare the fear of public speaking. Jerry Seinfeld said that most people have such a fear of public speaking that they'd rather be in the casket than the person giving the eulogy. And I can honestly say, I think that applies to me, but for other reasons, just because I want to be with them. I just want to, like, even though I'm 44, it's just like you just want to curl up, especially my mom. That was like, and like even with dad, like mom was still like taking care of us. Like we had, obviously our stomachs were churning. I drank so much gosh darn Coca-Cola syrup just to appease her. I loved my mom's creativity. I loved how spiritual she was. A lot of people reached out that met mom once and said they remember the aura. Mom would see the aura or read their palms, and I was never embarrassed of that. I just thought that was kind of cool. I'll tell you 2 quick stories about my dad, who was my idol. I mean, I don't like this mustache at all. But I remember like we all kind of had our moments with dad as he was kind of losing consciousness, and you know, Nick being the oldest had a relationship with dad, and I think he got to make his peace. And then my younger brother, who spent a lot of time with dad, was best friends with dad, which kind of blew my mind, but they spent a lot of time together. And then I just waited patiently because I was going to have my time with my dad. And I always knew my dad loved me, and, you know, he knew I loved him, but I was like waiting for that, you know, what's he going to, and, you know, I came to his bedside and he just told me that he was really glad that Roger Craig got into the Hall of Fame. And I was like, okay. And that's the last thing he said to me. And then I'll tell you this quick story too about my dad. My dad loved horror movies, real bad horror movies too. I think we kind of fell in love with them too. But I remember in 1988, my dad went to see this movie called The Blob. It was a remake of this movie called The Blob, and it was about this alien amoeba that would eat people. This was 1988. I begged my dad, I'm like, can I come see this with you? I was 6, by the way, and it was rated R. And my dad told me I could, and then about 20 minutes into the movie, a dishwasher gets sucked down the dish by the blob. The blob was in there, and it's like a regular standard human being. I'm 6, by the way. I was 6? And so I told my dad, I'm like, Dad, I think this is not good parenting. I think I need to go. And so I remember my dad, he walked me out to the lobby. He found a bench. He set me on the bench. And then he went back in. And he finished the movie. That was my dad. But I love to see my dad's interactions with all the grandkids, my mom. It was great to experience that. The grandparents, no consequences, just get to spoil them. My dad got to watch the boys play football, and it was great to hear him yelling again. A little bit of post-traumatic stress, but it was great to hear him. And I just thought it was great because my dad left at one point to go to the bathroom, and he came back and he had a Norskott hooded sweat. He bought a Norskott hooded sweatshirt for the boys, and I just, yeah, it hasn't sunk in yet, but I just wanted to show my appreciation to my brothers for standing by me, because I could not have done this without you guys, my wife and my family, and everybody else that has come and supported this, because selfishly, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Sorry, I'm not ready. But I guess I don't have a choice. But I do appreciate you guys coming out and sharing the memories, and I love my brothers, and I really appreciate everything you guys did. Thank you, guys.
I'm not going to say anything, but it says I got to stand, so I got to follow the law. I don't have to stand long. Okay, I'm done. It said stand. Jim, I'm just surprised you know how to read.
Thank you, everyone, for being with us tonight. We're going to continue celebrating these two tomorrow. Got a little additional visitation at St. Paul's in the gathering space from 9:30 to 10:30. Mass at 10:30, and then we'll lay them to rest at the Arsenal afterwards. There'll be a gathering at the Columbus Club, the old Knights of Columbus on 35th Street after the burial tomorrow as well. So we'll continue crying and laughing and sharing this love. Thank you, everyone. You're welcome.